Jason Collins, Michael Sam, and now Derrick Gordon. It's the WC, man, with World Championship breaking news. Um, in this case, it's a collegiate athlete, another collegiate athlete, but just in a different sport, admitting and coming out and saying that he's gay. Now, one thing that like continuously bothers me about stories like this, and I don't want to come off the wrong way to anybody that might be gay, all right, but it's to the point where stories like this shouldn't necessarily be a story because of the fact that sexual orientation really doesn't have anything to do with your performance on the basketball court. Doesn't have anything to do with your performance on on the football field. At least it shouldn't. So, Derrick Gordon coming out and saying that he's gay really isn't a surprise to anybody. It shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. He said that, when he talked to, his teammates about this, that they weren't surprised. And at this point, it shouldn't be breaking news. It shouldn't be a top story that somebody comes out and says that they're gay. All right. He said that his teammates weren't surprised. When Brittany Griner came out, I wasn't surprised. When Jason Collins came out and said he wasn't, that he was gay, I wasn't surprised. Even Michael Sam, I just wasn't surprised. The only thing that I'm surprised at with stories like this is the fact that the media is making this a bigger deal than what it probably should be. All right, because like I said, he said himself. All right, in the link that I'm going to link below, in the video that he did, the interview that he did with ESPN, he said himself that his teammates were not surprised about it. That they, oh my God, man, finally you going to admit it? Finally going to admit it? I mean, it's just one of those things in a professional environment that you would hope that people of different, sexual preference would be able to, uphold their professionalism long enough to the point where, they can succeed at the sport or succeed at whatever they're doing on the basketball court. There's just a level of professionalism. And unfortunately, it's just like, it doesn't really matter who says it now, it's a top story. And I don't think it's really going to make too much of a difference until a really, really big star comes out and says that, yeah, he or she is gay. And I think that Brittany Griner is probably one of the out of all of them, she's probably the biggest one to come out and say it. But, you could just kind of, see in the way she was dressing and the way she was acting and just kind of already know that. I mean, I don't want to, put her out there, but you kind of already knew. I'm pretty sure the women that was playing basketball with her either agreed with her or are the same way. I don't think it made too much of a difference. And at the end of the day, I just want to pound this point home to end this video. All right, Derrick said, "Hey, I'm happy for the guy. He came out, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, going forward, these stories, these top stories about these guys coming out and saying that they're gay, it just has to stop. I mean, at the point, it's to the point where it's more so about their sexual preference than it is about their performance on the court. And it's more so about the sports than it is about their preferences. So let me know how you guys feel below. Are you sick and tired of seeing these big, huge news stories about people's sexual preference more so than about their on court or on field performance? Because that's what it's starting to become. Because before this story, no offense to Derrick Gordon, but I didn't know who Derrick Gordon was. All right. Before the Michael Sam story, I knew who Michael Sam's was. All right. I knew who Jason Collins was a little bit, as I knew he was a veteran in the league. And of course I knew who Brittany Griner was. But at the point, it's just to the point where it's just like, you know, sexual preference has absolutely nothing to do with what's going on the court. And if he felt like he was entrapped and he needed to come out and say this, then amen to him. Going forward with his collegiate career, going forward, I wish the guy best. So let me know how you guys feel about this. The continuance of these stories just being, you know, This is a huge deal. And like I said, if you play in my previous videos, if you play collegiate sports, if you play amateur sports, you know by playing on the team with people, you just kind of already know. It's almost like an unspoken thing. All right, and when you watch that video, if you go down to the ESPN link down below, you watch that video within the first minute and a half of the video, you'll see him say that his teammates weren't surprised because they already knew. All right, it's the WC. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'm gone for now. Hopefully, I won't have to do another video on something like this. I'm gone for now.